What's up guys, Chigs here from Chigs Tech Reviews. So today I bring you another head-to-head comparison between two top smartwatches and both running the latest version of Wear OS 3.5. So we have the Pixel Watch versus the Galaxy Watch 5. And we are comparing the Pixel Watch to the smaller 40mm Galaxy Watch. So we are going to start off with full specifications on screen, so go ahead, pause the video if you want to study the specs, or let the games begin. Now this video has been created to help you see the main differences between these two smartwatches and also which one to go for. So starting off with the prices. Pixel Watch Bluetooth model $339, Pixel Watch LTE model $399. And this version of the Galaxy Watch 5 is £269 for Bluetooth model, and the LTE model is £319. So as you can see, the Pixel costs more money for both Bluetooth and LTE version. Now let's keep going. Next up, build quality. Now the Pixel Watch is made from stainless steel with Gorilla Glass 5 on top, and the watch case is finished in this really nice champagne gold color. The watch is quite minimalistic in design, and you have an almost dome-shaped design, so it curves all around the sides from the top and the bottom. Also, the Pixel Watch features 580M water resistance. And in comparison, the Galaxy Watch 5 is made from armor aluminium, and the glass is sapphire crystal glass. The watch is also quite minimalistic in design with a flat display, and also features a unique touch-sensitive bezel for navigation. And the GW5 is also military standard 810H with IP68 and 580M certifications. Now let's talk about water resistance. Pixel Watch states in its small print that the watch is designed to comply with 580M, but it's not waterproof, and water resistance is not a permanent condition and decreases or is lost over time due to normal wear and tear. Samsung small print states that the GW5 is consistent with IP68 rating, water resistant up to 5 feet of water for 30 minutes. So both watches claim water resistance, neither watch claim that they are waterproof, and after reading the small print and reading some of your past comments in my smartwatch videos, it tells me not to totally rely on the water resistance, as I have in the past come across few people who have mentioned in the comments that the GW5 and the GW4 have developed water damage and the warranty does not cover it. So I'm just trying to express that although these smartwatches claim to be IP68 and 580M rated, which they might be fresh out of the box, but as the Pixel states quite clearly and I think honestly, wear and tear can decrease that rating, and that applies to all smartwatches, not just the Pixel Watch. So that's just something to think about before you go swimming with your smartwatch on. Alright, so next up we are looking at the screen quality. The Pixel Watch has a 1.1-inch AMOLED display with Gorilla Glass 5, and the Galaxy Watch 5 has a 1.2-inch Super AMOLED display with sapphire crystal glass. Both smartwatches also have their own always-on mode, which can be switched on or off as required. The Pixel Watch is 41mm in diameter with a 12.3mm thickness, and it weighs 60 grams with the straps on. The GW5 is 40.4mm in diameter with a 9.8mm thickness, and it weighs 49.6 grams. So the GW5 is slimmer, lighter, and has a slightly bigger screen, although looking closely you can see the bezels do appear to be the same size. Now on the wrist, they do both feel very comfortable. Both small watches, 40mm versus 41mm, light on the wrist. They look pretty good, and in case you're wondering, I do have a wrist circumference of 7 inches. The Pixel Watch has one flat button on the side and a crown which rotates for navigation, and when rotating you get this really nice haptic feedback vibration which feels really good. Love how they implemented that. The Galaxy Watch 5 has two flat style buttons, and you get touch sensitive bezels for navigation, and again this has really nice haptic feedback as well, so yeah, really nice touch bezels. Both watches have their loudspeakers located on the left side of the watch, and looking at the bottom of the watches you can see the health sensors. Both watches feature a vast number of sensors built in, so they both have advanced optical heart rate sensors, SpO2, fall detection, sleep detection, a bioelectrical sensor, and automatic workout detection. Both watches also feature a compass, altimeter, accelerometer, gyroscope, and ambient light sensor. But the Galaxy Watch 5 also has blood pressure monitoring, stress monitoring, temperature sensor, and the ability to check your body composition. And physically, the sensors do look quite different, but they are both curved or slightly raised in design, and you will notice that there is an extra circle in the GW5, and that is in fact the new infrared temperature sensor. Alright, so now let's talk about the wrist straps. Both watches feature a removable 20mm strap made from a similar silicone type material. The Pixel Watch has its own special connection, so you basically push down to remove and push up to secure, which means these can only be replaced with Pixel's own strap. And also, like to add, the buckle is soft. Now the Galaxy Watch 5 actually has a normal strap with a quick release, so you can basically replace this with any 20mm strap, and the buckle is actually made from metal. Now I'm personally preferring the Samsung strap over the Pixel. I really like the flexibility to be able to change to any strap without it costing me too much money, but comfort wise they do feel more or less the same on the wrist. Alright, so quick comparison of the chargers. Now both chargers feature a wireless magnetic charging pad with USB Type-C, and they are both fast chargers. Now the battery life is interesting. I've tested both watches thoroughly with all the health monitoring switched on. Pixel Watch has a 290 mAh battery, and you can expect up to 24 hours of battery life max. The GW5 has a slightly smaller 284 mAh battery, which will give you up to 32 hours of battery life, so slightly better battery life thanks to the efficiency of the new chipset in the GW5, and we're coming to that very soon. So those were the physical differences. Now let's talk about the specs. Pixel Watch is powered by Samsung's Exynos 9110, which is a dual core clocked at 1.1 GHz. This is the same Exynos 9110 as found in the Samsung Galaxy Active 1, Galaxy Active 2, and the original Galaxy Watch. Now in comparison, the Galaxy Watch 5 is powered by a newer Exynos W920, which is also a dual core clocked at a slightly higher 1.18 GHz. Now both are great in performance, but the GW5 has the newer and more energy efficient chipset, but performance wise they are both very good. Now coming to the RAM and storage, Pixel Watch has 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of internal storage, and GW5 has 1.5 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of storage. Now let's keep going. Pixel supports 2.5 GHz Wi-Fi versus 5 GHz Wi-Fi in the GW5. Both have exactly the same 4 satellite GPS and built-in NFC. Pixel Watch supports Google Pay, and GW5 supports payments by Samsung or Google Pay, so you've got a choice of both. Pixel Watch supports Bluetooth 5.0 versus Bluetooth 5.2 in the Galaxy Watch 5. Now both watches are also running the latest Wear OS 3.5 and come with all the usual Google apps that you would expect, but Samsung has the Tizen skin on top, whereas the Pixel is pretty much pure Wear OS 3.5. Technically, both OSs and menus are super smooth in operation with plenty of customization options, custom watch faces, downloadable watch faces, and lots more. They both also have the Google Play Store, Google Maps, YouTube Music, thousands of downloadable watch faces, and they both support third-party apps like Spotify, Strava, and thousands of downloadable watch faces and lots more. Pixel Watch has the Google Assistant, and the Galaxy Watch 5 has Bixby Voice Assistant, but you can also download Google Assistant for this as well. So what about iOS and Android compatibility? Well, both watches support Android only. Neither will pair or work with iPhone. Pixel Watch supports any Android phone, but the Galaxy Watch 5 is slightly different. For full compatibility, you need to connect to a Samsung phone. If you use any other Android phone, it will not support blood pressure and ECG monitoring. Everything else works fine on non-Samsung phones. So those were the physical and specs compared, but realistically, which watch is better for you? And this is, again, how they look on my wrist. And if you're wondering, my wrist circumference is 7 inches, and in terms of comfort, they both feel great. The Pixel Watch actually looks slightly thicker because of the extra curved bezels, but otherwise they both feel good on the wrist, nice and comfortable. They are both small watches. and they both have beautiful bright AMOLED displays. So two smartwatches fully compared, but if I had a choice to pick one from the two, guess which one I'm picking? Well, I'm picking the Galaxy Watch 5, and there are a number of reasons for it. Namely, it's slimmer in design, stronger with military standard durability, sapphire glass on top, and you get a slightly better battery life. You've got universal removable 20mm straps, you've got more health features, and a slightly better and newer chipset. So there you have it, guys. That was my head-to-head comparison between the Pixel Watch versus Galaxy Watch 5. Those were my thoughts. Let me know which one you would go for, and if you have already bought one of these, or if you're planning to, or even if you're thinking of upgrading, then do share your thoughts. It's always nice to read your comments. Meanwhile, I do hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please do hit that like button to let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have an amazing day. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.